Hey, it's Karina. I just wanted to jump on and ask or answer some questions about the Academy that I've been getting. And so I'm going to go into the post from yesterday and see if I can find some of those questions. I do need to tell you, I did talk to someone yesterday about this program. And what the Academy is the full program. I will help you start and or scale your ecom store. And I was talking with someone yesterday, and she said that she had, I'm trying to think of how to put this in a really nice way. She had paid for a program, and the person was, she told me some of the things that the person was telling her to do. And keep in mind, she had joined this program about 6 months ago, she said, and she was crying on the phone when I got on the phone with her to talk about my program. And I'm finding that I'm running into a lot of ladies that are scared, frustrated, like at their wits' end, to put it nicely. And a lot of it is because there's so much information out there on how to start an online store, right? Tell me in the comments if you are confused, because I find that most of the ladies that I talk to are super confused. And part of that is because the information that's out there is not right. So one of the things that she said was that this program said the first thing that you need to do is to go to market. And that is the last thing that you need to do when you first start your business. Another thing that the person said to do was that she needed to watch what everyone else was doing to see what was trending. That is another thing that you absolutely cannot do. So it was interesting to me to hear that a lot of, like 90% of what this person, and this person was successful, right? They're out there teaching the way they did it, but it's not scalable. It's not recreatable, right? Because that was the thing that she said. She said, well, this lady's like got, an online business and she's doing really well, and I just don't understand why I can't do it. And she thought that it was something that she was doing wrong, and she was getting super frustrated. And like I said, she was crying on the phone. And this is where I have such a hard time, because just because it worked for her, for that lady, doesn't mean that it will work for everyone else, right? You have to know how to teach things in a way that it will work. So if anyone is watching this and you're in my academy, please feel free to pipe in on this, on what you think about what is taught in the academy. I literally created this program to help ladies to do 5 figures in sales. It wasn't something that I just said, hey, I want to make a bunch of money. What can I do so that I can just be rich? This is something that was created because I myself hired a coach, and she said, hey, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing more with my life, but I don't know what. And my coach, after many conversations, said, I think that you should teach ladies to do what you did. So this program was not created just for fun or just out of a want to make money, right? But the cool thing about my program is that it does work for other people. So I started with $200. I didn't know what these other programs, I know there are a couple that are out of the country that are out there running ads. And I normally wouldn't talk about the competition. I don't feel like it's in good taste to talk about others that may be your competition. But since I'm in this group and I feel like you guys will understand where I'm coming from, that's why I'm saying it. Because if you're running into these ads, right, it may work for them, but it may not work for you. I don't know what their programs teach, but it's very sad to me that some of them are running you down the complete wrong path. The lady that I talked to yesterday, was told to go to market. So the first thing she did was go to market and spent a bunch of money that she didn't need to spend. And that's what makes me super sad. And you don't go to market first thing. I didn't go to market for 2 years after I started, and I've done 7 figures. That's like, what you want to do is streamline it so that people, when they're first starting out, they're only working on stuff that's going to make them, move ahead. And you have to be super focused, right? Because there's so many things out there. The other thing was she's teaching them to look at the competition and see what they're doing to get ideas. And the ladies that work with me, we don't look at the competition because we are too busy selling stuff and making money, right? Tell me if you're in the academy, you're too busy, right? I just want to show the ladies in the group that this is an actual program that actually works. And I'm not going to steer you down the wrong path. So I've worked with hundreds of ladies. There are some I've worked with for, multiple years. And so I want you to know that I'm real and I'm teaching things that actually work. This does not come from a place of me trying to make a buck. That is absolutely not it at all. I'm passionate about this, and honestly, I make money with my other businesses, and I do this because I care. This is not my only form of income. So that being said, I do have strong opinions about the way things should be done, and the way that they should be done is the way that's best for my students and the people that I mentor, so that they're not wasting time and money. That's the most important thing. Sheila says, so much easier following the steps of someone that's been successful. I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't joined this program. Sheila, you are one of the success stories, that I constantly talk about. And I'd love to get some of the ladies in here that are in the program that are actually, tons of them being successful with this program. So I want you to know that if you see me selling, because I actually had to kick some ladies out of this group last week because they posted some comments about, I'm just trying to sell my program. First of all, I will not let any sort of negativity be in this group. There was one point last year that I kicked 8 people out of my academy program because they weren't being nice. So I just want you to know that this is real. I will not steer you down the wrong path. If I say something, it's coming from the heart, and it's what I believe to be the actual truth. Like my thing about drop shipping, people just went nuts about that. I'm telling you what I feel from my experience with drop shipping. There was another thing that someone had an issue with that I said. It was the wholesalers. If a company does not make you give them your sales tax ID number, they are not a real wholesaler. I don't care what they say to you, they are not a true wholesaler. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've seen tons of companies come and go. And if your customer can go and buy something from a company, why would they buy from you? They would just skip you, right? So that's what I want to say about that. I just want you to know that I know it feels like I'm sending emails and selling all the time. This is my passion. This is not something that I do. It takes a lot of work to coach women. I have over 100 ladies in my program. It takes a lot of work, and it's the last thing on my mind is making a quick buck. But I do know that there are some people out there doing that, so I just wanted to address that in here and let you guys know that, believe me, that is, I am a salesperson at heart. I love sales. I absolutely love selling. I love sending emails. I love doing marketing, and that's why I do it. So I just wanted to get that out there. Now I'm going to answer some questions, okay? Because I've been getting a ton of questions about now, The price of the academy, because we are having so much success, the price of the academy is doubling this Sunday. So it is now $197 for the first month. Then it goes up to $290 a month after that. For the next, it's a 12-month program. Right now, I'm offering, if you join the academy for $197, if you're not making money or you're not satisfied in 30 days, you can walk away and forget the rest of the 11 months. Because I know that it's scary and I know that it's hard to know if it'll work for you. So I just want you to know that I'm that confident in myself and the ladies in my community that you will have success and you will feel like it at the end of 30 days, you'll either love it or you'll be like, I don't know. And at that point, please do leave if you're not completely fired up about it, because I like to hang out with ladies that are fired up, right? And we hold each other up. And the last thing I want is someone that's negative in my group anywhere around me. One of my famous sayings, you can ask, my kids will tell you this, is you become who you hang out with. So I am very careful who I hang out with. I hang out with people that are fun, positive. They lift others up. They're successful. They're always trying new things, always just trying to grow and be better. Those are the kinds of people that I hang out with. I don't know if any of you know this, but I had a baby at 19, and I got food stamps at 19. I was on the state medical program because I had no money. I started dating my husband when he was an infant. I had known my husband prior to that, but one year I couldn't afford to buy my son a coat. He was like 2 years old and I didn't have the money to buy him a coat. So my mother-in-law, I'll never forget it, she gave me money. She gave me like $30 to go buy him a coat. So that is where I come from, you guys. I'm not just out to make a buck. I literally came from nothing. You know, I'm the oldest of 6, and when I was little, my parents owned their own business, and they actually had an employee steal all their money, and he was writing checks out to himself, but in the ledger, he was writing that he had paid bills, and took every dime my parents had, and they ended up taking bankruptcy, losing their house. My dad got laid off from his other job, and we lost everything. And so anyway, that's where I come from, you guys. I've had to fight my way up. You know, I put myself through college. I still have 6 figures in debt from college. I got my bachelor's in computer information systems, and I got my master's in business because I wanted to teach, because I feel so passionate about business, but there were so many things holding me back. You would not believe. You know, one famous story is when I was in high school, my parents, they never had any money after that whole business fell through. My mom had a car that she bought for like $300 or $400, and she drove me. I went to a private Catholic school, and she drove me to school in this car and picked me up every day. And, you know, there were people there, freshmen, driving BMWs. I mean, everyone was wealthy. Like anybody, the who's who of Kansas City, their kids went to that school. And the car did not have a muffler. It was an old faded blue Datsun. Okay, picture it. Faded paint, and it didn't have a muffler, so you could hear it coming, right? And here's the best part. The window was gone. So my mom put cardboard up in the window. So when she would come pick me up, you could hear her coming. It's this old blue Datsun, and to make matters even much worse, there was cardboard instead of glass up in the window, you guys. So I can tell you for a fact that I have been at the bottom of the barrel, and I have fought my way up to get where I am today. So if there's anyone that you want to hang out with, it is someone that has fought their way to the top, right, from the very bottom. I'm sure that some people probably thought that I would amount to nothing when I had a baby at 19. Of course, I went to Catholic school, right? So I was just a horrible person because I had a child, out of wedlock. And if any of you are Catholic, you'll understand that. So, that being said, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I do not do stuff like this to make a buck. Believe me. I I came from nothing and I've got this far. So the only people that I want in this program are people that are fired up. And so if you're on the fence about joining, I would love to have you try it for 30 days because the price is going to double on Sunday. And this program, the Ecom Academy, will then be $6,000 to get into for the year. And there will also be an application process to get in. And you will also need to be selling $10,000 a month to get into the program. Now, that's all subject to change, but that's how I've got it right now. And I feel pretty confident and pretty good about that because I am giving my all to the ladies in the program. The ladies in the academy right now are being elevated to mastermind status, where they're going to be, a big focus for me is getting them successful, right? So if you want to be part of that, this is your place. These are your people. It's over 100 ladies in there right now. I could tell you that Sheila actually started from scratch, launched last February, and she did, I think, Sheila, correct me if I'm wrong, she did almost 12 grand in December. Sheila had a week, she did 5,300 in 1 week a few weeks ago. Now, if you think about the cost of this program, and you think about the fact that you're making 50 to 60% profit margins, think about how much you would have to sell to pay for this program. And so back to my whole thing, there is proof that this program works and that it is replicatable. Is that a word, replicatable? It can be replicated. So what I have created here has worked for multiple women. So it's not a program where I'm hoping that it works. It's not a program where I'm like, just out to make a buck and leave you high and dry after you sign up. And I know if you guys are here, ladies in the academy, I want you to tell them if I am there to support you after you sign up, because I think a lot of people just are used to signing up for things and then, they don't hear from the person after that. So anyway, you actually do get me and my team, my whole team to help you, okay? All right, so let's see what other questions I had on here. I'm getting some people asking, will we learn drop shipping? I don't teach drop shipping, and you all know, if you've heard me rant about drop shipping, you cannot do 5 figures a month with drop shipping. It does not work. You may make 1,000 or 2,000 in sales a month with drop shipping, but you are not going to be wealthy as a drop shipper. It just does not, it's not going to happen. And I don't teach it because I teach how to make profits and how to work on your own time frame, right? That's 2 things that are super important to me, is that you work when you want to work. You're your own boss. And 2, you have to make profits. And so therefore you have to buy properly, you have to sell properly, you have to have the strategies to get there. So it's not drop shipping. If you want to learn drop shipping, you could go to YouTube. 1 billion people are talking about drop shipping. And you know why? Because, it's easy to teach, right? And they build up your hopes that you're going to be rich. And I made $100,000 a month with drop shipping. I just don't believe it. If they did do that, it was not in a good way. Because the only way you can make money drop shipping, okay, let's say they did make 100 grand, they probably spent 95,000 on Facebook ads to drive traffic. So it's not going to make you profits, and that's what we care about when we own a business. Okay, I'm getting some people saying that they're in the middle of projects or they have something going on and it's not the right time. So I want you to think about this. If you join right now, this week, it's $197. If you wait, it is going to be, I think I added it up, it's going to be something like $550 a month, or $550 a month to get into this program, and you will have to apply to get in. I'm not just going to let anyone into this program anymore. I want people that are serious and ready to take action in this program. Okay, so this is your last shot at getting into this for $197 a month. Well, then it goes up, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, this was another thing. There was someone that said that they were trying to get all the supplies and everything before they signed up, before they launched. Here's the thing. A lot of that stuff you don't need to worry about right now. I'm all about streamlining, so you don't waste your time. Like, okay, here's the example. The hard part for me right now is getting startup supplies: camera, lighting, racking, shipping supplies, photo backdrops, hangers. Okay, you don't need 90% of that. We don't need that stuff, really. How do you make money? That's the thing. How do you make money, right? We don't care. I don't care about the hangers. I don't care about, and I will teach you a way that you don't need to take your own pictures. You don't need backdrops. You don't need any of that. You know why? Because you're going to have this stuff sold before you would even have time to even take a picture of it. We want it to be gone, right? Some of you guys that work with me tell me, I know that some of you have sold stuff before you have even got it out of the box. So tell me, girls, it's seriously. I know that some of you, and I know that someone has had lives where they've pulled the thing out and before they even got the price out of their mouth, they had it sold. And I know some of the ladies have just about sold out of everything in one day, like all 6 of a pack. So literally you don't have time to, here's the thing, all those boutiques that take their own pictures, that means they're not selling the product fast enough. Anyone that's doing less than 6 figures a month. Now, the ones doing more than 6 figures a month, you're gonna see them doing that because they have a long runway, right? So they will get samples, take pictures, get everything ready, and then it'll go live, and by then the product showed up. So that's not, if you're not doing 6 figures a month, you don't need to take your own pictures. Your goal is fast and furious, right? So I will teach you how to do it. You do not need a camera. You can use your cell phone to do a lot of the picture taking that you will need to do. Yeah, you don't need any of that. We don't take pictures. We don't need lighting. We don't need backdrops. Okay. Now you could do that later once you start making money, if you want to, right? But I never wanted to. Why would I waste my time taking pictures? I want that thing gone. Okay. You'll notice too when you work with me that I'm pretty, straight to the point. I'm not an emotional type person. I'm more straight, like, show me the money type person, I'm not going to beat around the bush with you guys. So tell me what you're stuck on and I'll help you get unstuck. That's mainly how I work. It's not, okay, how do you feel today? I'm not one of those types of people. So you'll get used to that. But, right, we don't waste a lot of time, right? Because we don't beat around the bush. Okay. I wanted to see if is it possible to make a profit in the first 30 days? Erica is asking. Yes. From the time you order your product, you can be launched within 2 weeks. So It's all about fast, right? That's how I work. I don't waste time with stuff. Okay, let's see. Melissa, yes, you can join. Yes, totally. Sheila said it happened again last week. I bet you're talking about you selling stuff before you even tell them what the price is. Because what we do is we build a group of raving fans. So we do the long game, right? It's not, oh, let me always be trying to get new customers. It's let's get customers, let's treat them really well, let's train them. That's like I think I say that more than anything. We are training your customers, right? We're not always having sales. We are, we're better than Target, right? You're training your customers to pay a price where you make profits, to make it worth your time, right? We are training them that, when you run out of something, it is gone forever, unless you decide to be nice and bring it back. That way, your customers, they do not look at a shirt and go, oh, that's cute, I might have to buy that next week. They know it will be gone. And they know that you're not bringing it back. So they're going to buy it right then, right? Okay. Now, yeah, Mary's in the academy. Asia's in the academy. Wendy's in the academy. Tanya, I saw you. Yeah, you guys are seeing a lot of the ladies that work with me in here. And if I was just out to make a buck, I guarantee you that they would not be listening to me right now talk. Okay, Melissa, single mom at 16. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that lit a fire for sure. I mean, I had fire before, but at that point it was like, okay, party's over, time to go to college, right? Okay, so do you guys have any questions I can answer? Because I really, if you are on the fence about this, I really want you to take action this week. Yeah, ladies are blowing it up. I'm reading through the comments. Yeah. Asia, thank you. Asia's new, right? You've only been here a couple weeks with us. Mary, it's been over a year, I think. Tanya's newer. Wendy's been with me a while. Sheila's been over a year. So I want you guys to seriously ask questions because if this is something that you're wanting to do, I want you to first know it's real. It works. Second, it works. Third, I don't mess around. When you join this program, we are getting to work, right? Fourth, you become who you hang out with. You need to hang out with people who you can learn from and that will help you grow. And we all hang out in a separate Facebook group from this. It's a private little secret Facebook group that you get into when you join the academy. So all day long, somebody's in there working and supporting. We support each other. I mean, it's awesome. And we're all spread out all over the US. So we even have someone in Hawaii now in the program, which is super cool, right? Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to give it about 30 seconds. Emily, wish I took the leap sooner before trying on my own. Yeah, I know. Don't you? It's hard to know who to trust. And so that was my main reason for going live today, was showing you guys I'm real. This is real. I have seen some programs and heard about some programs that aren't real, that aren't good, that lead you down the complete wrong path. Maybe they are successful and maybe their program just can't be replicated. Maybe what they did can't be replicated. I'm not saying that they're not being honest. I'm just saying, maybe the way they're teaching isn't working. But I do want you to think about, if you want to hang out with people that are actually being successful, I want you to really think about this. Megan says, curious about the investment beyond 197. That's the first month, Megan, and then it is $290 a month after that. However, it is going to double on Sunday. Erica says, what else should she be prepared other than the 197? It's going to go, your first month's 197, it goes up to 290 months 2 to 11. But if you get in and you do the program and you follow what is taught to you, you should be launched within 30 days. What you'll have to invest in beyond that is you will have to figure out how much you want to spend on inventory. You can start with as little as 500, you can go up to 1500. I don't recommend more than 1500. If you have more than that, you want to set it aside, because what we want to do ideally is 500 to 1,000-ish. You want to launch with that and then start getting feedback from your customers. And so you should be prepared. Beyond the 197, you're going to need inventory. And like I said, it can be as little as $500, as much as $1,500. But that money is not gone forever. That is an investment, right? So whenever you're buying inventory, it's an investment. You're going to get actual money back, right? So you're going to get that money back plus your profits back, right? Other than that, the other piece that I haven't talked about is I will look at your carts before you buy your first inventory. Or let's say you're already launched and you're just having issues, right? Well, first of all, I can look at your inventory before you buy it to make sure that it will sell fast and well. We want it to sell well within 30 days, or easily, I guess. And then we want it to be gone within 30 days. Sorry, same thing, right? So I will look at yours to make sure that, let's say you're investing $1,000, that it's invested on the right things for you to be successful. Oh, yeah. Asia said, is this a scam before she joined? And I was like, no, seriously. Diane, yes, it's a year commitment because it takes that long for you to get good. It just does. I didn't used to have it be a year long, but I feel like I'm not helping you if I let you go prior to that. Because you'll learn things, and the issues you have when you first launch are not the same issues you'll have later, right? So you launch, and then you have other things that you need to learn. And then you have more things you need to learn. And it's an ongoing thing, right? But not only learning, but you need support. You need support for when you're having a bad day. You know, you need support for when you're stuck. So you get that in the group. You know, we've got ladies in there. You know, if you have a question about something, you get tech support with this program. Let's say Shopify is not working right for you. You can ask a question and actually get help. Does that make sense? Erica, about traffic, I teach all of that in there. There are strategies. So we don't just like flail around and hope for the best. The ladies that are actually selling stuff and making a lot of money are actually following strategies, and they're doing them over and over and over, right? And the more you do something, the better you get. And then once you max that potentially, then you add a different strategy and you up your game and you start working on the next thing. And so that's how I got 7 figures. I worked on one thing, got really good. I added another thing. I worked on that, I got really good. And you just keep layering it. So yeah, traffic is covered in that. Okay, so I'm gonna jump off here because I've been talking for 33 minutes, but I just felt like I needed to let you guys know and understand what this is actually about. So if you have any other questions, please drop them in the comments. I am always in the group watching for those so that I can get your questions answered, okay? And my team and I, if you're in this group, be checking your message requests, because we send out messages to chit chat with you guys, and I don't want you to miss out on, you know, anything or having your questions answered that way, if that's the way that you'd like to ask them, okay? All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.